Retail sales in South Korea dropped in June due to rising prices and higher interest rates. It's the first time, in fact, in 24 years the index has fallen for 4 months in a row. However, industrial production rose on higher output. Our Rae-hyun with this report.
People in South Korea spent less money in June. Data from Statistics Korea on Friday shows that retail sales dropped for the fourth consecutive month for the first time in 24 years. The index for the country's retail sales, a barometer for consumer demand, stood at 118.3 for June, down 0.9% from the previous month. The agency attributed the fall to rising consumer prices and interest rate hikes. Adding to this, lower demand for outdoor activities due to scorching weather and heavy rain were also mentioned as contributing factors. Spending in related areas like outdoor sport activities saw a drop of 0.9% last month. The agency added, however, that consumer spending is seeing an overall recovery.
Although retail sales of goods like cars, clothes, and food saw a decrease, spending in accommodation and restaurants are seeing strong growth this quarter, so we are considering this as a recovery in consumer spending.
South Korea's industrial production rose 0.6% on month to 117.9. It's the second consecutive month that output has seen a rise. Last month's increase was largely due to greater production in the manufacturing industry, including semiconductors and cars. In terms of semiconductors, eased chip supply issues drove the increase to 4.2% on month. Meanwhile, investment in equipment rose 4.1% thanks to improving semiconductor equipment supply chain conditions. One expert says the country's economic growth is likely to depend on exports for a while due to low domestic consumption.
We seem to be heading in the future where production may be doing well, but domestic consumption does not. So it points to an economy which is still dependent on exports.
The expert added that the country could hopefully see more optimism based on the fall in oil prices that will lead to eased inflation for the second half of this year. Rae-hyun, Arirang News.